Hi and welcome to Baby to Sleep's top tips on dream feeds. If you've not done a dream feed before, it's something that might be quite scary. The prospect of waking your sleeping baby? Why on earth would you do something like that? Okay, so let me just explain what a dream feed is. While your baby is fast asleep, so you've done all your bedtime routines, they've gone down to sleep, everything's absolutely fine, they're still asleep. While they're asleep, pick them up, feed them and pop them back down to still asleep. And I know the prospect is absolutely terrifying, the idea of waking your sleeping baby. However, they don't always wake. In the majority of cases, dream feeds can work really, really well. And one of the reasons you would like to use a dream feed is to help you as a parent get a nice chunk of sleep. So say, for example, your baby's gone to bed at say 7 o'clock and you're going to go to bed about 10, 11 o'clock. Well, actually, your baby might be due a feed about 11:30ish, something like that. They might wake up hungry around that time. So just as you're dozing off, baby's waking up going, "Hi, feed me please." And you're kind of going, "Whoa, what's going on? Just gone to sleep." So what we can actually do here is actually preempt the wake up. So just as you're going to bed, pick your baby up, put them to the breast if they're breastfeeding, hold the bottle to their mouth if they're bottle feeding, and just let them feed. They have a natural suckle reflex. Okay, so it's completely fine. If they're in a really, really deep sleep, they won't feed. So what you might want to do is tickle their feet, maybe stroke their nose or something, just to get them out of that really deep sleep so they will have a feed. They'll have a feed. They'll be really, really relaxed, so they won't take much air in, so you shouldn't need to wind them. And then you can just pop them back down, still asleep. It does work. But what happens here is you've put your baby down, they're full, you can go to sleep, and you're going to get yourself a nice chunk of sleep there. You might get 3 or 4 hours, depending on the age of your baby and how often they're needing feeding. It might even go for the rest of the night. It's completely different, it's completely up to you how often you want to do dream feeds. You might put multiples in if your baby's little. If you decide that you're going to take it in shifts with your partner, if you if you're using a bottle, so you might do the dream feed at bedtime. Your partner might do, if you're breastfeeding, your partner might do the dream feed at say 2, 3 in the morning, and it might just be a way to help you both get some decent chunks of sleep. The other thing you can use a dream feed for is if you're not certain why a wake up is happening. So if you're in a habit of your baby's waking up every hour and they're feeding a little bit and then they're feeding a little bit and then they have a really big feed, but then you're not really too sure and then you might have a bit more later on, what you can do is put that dream feed in place. So that way if you know for certain then if they're waking up half an hour, 2 hours after they've had their last feed, you then know that that's actually not a hunger wake up. So you can start learning the difference in what they're telling you. And there will be, it might just be that they need the comfort, in which case if you don't want to feed to sleep, you might decide to offer that comfort in a different way, whether that be through rocking, through holding, through singing, whatever it might be, through co-sleeping, any way that you think is going to soothe them. But you will be able to not offer that feed if that's what you're not wanting to do, because you will be certain that your baby isn't hungry. And that's the key. And dream feeds are really, really good for that. They're also great for mum if you need to get a bit of respite. So if you're wanting to go to bed early, you could always get your partner to do the dream feed if you're using bottle, whether it's express or formula. They could do the dream feed and you can get yourself a nice block of sleep as well. Dream feeds are absolutely fantastic. They're not for everybody. Some babies do just wake up and they're not happy about it. So they might not be something that you want to do all the time, or you can test the water, do it for a few days. If they're disturbed on the first night, don't give up. Give it a try the next night, still give it a try the next night, and then you'll know if it's something that's going to work for them or not. But in the majority of cases, it works really, really well. What I would advise is don't do it at the same time every night, because you can create habitual hunger. So just to give you an example, if you set your alarm to have a feast, have like a snack or something, like a midnight feast or whatever, a midnight snack every night at midnight, you will eventually start waking up at midnight hungry, because you've trained your body to be hungry at that time. So mix the timings up a little bit as well, and that's also going to help. If you need more advice on dream feeds or you are struggling with sleep, by all means take a look at the online plans. They go into a lot more detail on dream feeds and night weaning. See you later. Bye.